because they have upgraded at linebacker, so they don't need him now. Corey Leggett, I think that's how you say it. Trey Boston, Domata Pico, and Jonathan Cyprian. These are just some names that you should pay attention to as far as training camp goes. Some guys like to wait it out because they don't want to go through mini camp and all that and blah, blah, blah. They just want to get to training camp. So for some guys, this is probably good. Rest up from whatever injuries you have. If you've been a little bit too active in the off season and you're out here looking wild, doing crazy shit, maybe, just maybe, you should just go sit down somewhere and chill. That might not be the worst thing. So, anyway, let's get to the next part of the show that normally Pete would be like, "You're stalling, bro. You're taking way too long to get to the next segment." And you know what? It's a slow night, so I can afford to do that. But anyway, we are off to exactly. Take a tangent. Well, some interesting things came about. This little nugget that I came upon. Antoine Exum, cornerback / safety, but I think he played cornerback more last year. For the San Francisco 49ers, has a song called Kaepernick. I'm not going to play it because for the simple fact, I'm not trying to get sued. But most importantly, I don't want to hear a song about a dude who rapped about Kaepernick. I just don't. He pretty much just admitted that he's like, hey, this song, like, I don't stand, he's like, I don't agree with Kaepernick. I'll never take a knee. The San Francisco Gate has the title, I'll Never Take a Knee. 49er safety Antoine Exum explores new form of activism through rap. One already that's just kind of, he's not being an activist. He's just put out a rap song. But hey, his new single about police brutality, it's titled Officer Kaepernick. And he says it's his own message. He doesn't want to be associated with anyone. And he knows he names the song after Kaepernick, which was just, he says it was a clever, creative choice. But he has his own views about police brutality, criminal justice reform, sentence reform, and other things. And he also said that he agrees with Kaepernick, that police brutality and racial inequalities in the American justice system, they are serious problems, but he said he wants to be, oh God, I'm going to throw up. He says he wants a more unifying approach to the national discussion. So something like this. Yeah. Hell, that might be in the song too. Let's see what else would probably be in this rap song. I should probably go listen to it. I swear, if his song starts like, I'm going to lose my shit. I'll be really upset. But I feel like it's going to sound more like this. I feel like that's what the song probably, once someone says, I want a more unifying approach, then it's just pandering to everyone. And it's like, there's a saying, if a word means multiple things, if a word can mean anything, then it really means nothing. Like, if it doesn't have some concrete value to it, why are you doing it? Like, he says it's a different approach because it's his approach. And he doesn't want to bring any negativity into it. But maybe it's just me. That just sounds like you're just trying to be a distraction for the sake of being a distraction. Because if it's not about you talking about Kaepernick and his fight and what he was fighting on, and you're not disavowing police brutality and all these other things, you just want to make a message that's different than him. You want to clearly separate yourself from him and whatever he does, and then create your own. Don't you feel like this song could have been good like 2-3 years ago? It seems like you might just be cloud chasing for activism. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I just want y'all to know the story kind of goes on to pretty much say, he pretty much said and I'm quoting him, part of the reason I haven't taken a knee and I'll never take a knee is because it would go against my belief in unity, Exum said. I think this is a great way to explain good through art. That's a message I want to spread. Get more creative, guys. Here's how we can spread our message in a positive way. I know I'm kind of being petty as I read this, but how exactly can you have a positive dialogue about police murdering innocent black people on the street? Like, with impunity at this point. Pum. With literal impunity. Like, just random shots being fired at little black children every day. Kids getting beat up in schools. All types of wild shit's happening. And you want to come out with a song that's supposed to fight a battle that took place in like 2016 and it's 2019 and you're just not coming out with a rap song about it? I'm sorry. I don't even want to hear it. Like, where was this 3 years ago? Where was this 2 years ago? Where was this, like, before Kaepernick even did the settlement? Like, what's the point, Antoine Exum? I know you got a pick six against the Chargers. You're probably feeling yourself. But, and I honestly, I'm talking shit, but I will try to give it a listen. I will listen to it, and I will do my best to listen to it all the way through for y'all, for the audience. And then I'll tell you if it was trash or not. But that personally just makes no sense to me. I think there are much better ways to do that. How about you just, not tell anybody you dropped the song? Just don't let us know you dropped the song. That felt like a tangent, but it was really my take. Like, your song is bullshit on the principle of literally this song. What is this song going to do now that everyone's pretty much over Kaepernick? What is this song supposed to do in 2019? Who is it supposed to fuel? Who is it bringing together? If anything, it might bring us together to slander you. But since he's kind of a on the fringe player on that roster anyway, who knows? But I'm definitely not listening to that. I'm not rushing to listen to it, but I'll give it a shot. That's all I can offer it. That's all I can really tell you. But anyway, on to the next thing. So, former Baltimore Ravens, I think they won the Super Bowl. I don't know if Vonta Leach was on the team. Actually, no, I think Vonta Leach might have been the fullback when they were on the team. I don't think McGahee won a ring, though. But Ladarius Webb, Vonta Leach, and Willis McGahee will retire as Ravens the first day of training camp. So that was kind of really dope to hear. Ladarius Webb out of Nicholls State, if I'm not mistaken. Had a pretty great career with the Ravens. I mean, injuries kind of cut some things short, but at one point he played safety, corner, tore up his ACL. That kind of messed up things, but he was a baller. He fought. One of the best underrated Ravens in probably the past 10 years. So shout out to Ladarius Webb. Shout out to Vonta Leach, who at one point was in the golden era of fullbacks, and arguably you could say he was the best fullback in the game when he was blocking for Arian Foster in Houston. Comes to Baltimore, starts killing people. Just just insanely destroying people on the field. And then Willis McGahee, one of my favorite players and favorite people in life because of just the catastrophic knee injury that he suffered at Miami, and then coming back and being relevant in Buffalo, and then going to, the Ravens and putting them on his back. Like, just, man, those Baltimore Ravens games when him and Troy Polamalu were on clock, they were going at each other. That was some of the most violent physical football I've ever seen in my life. It was just like, wow. Whew. But anyway, that's just my take on that. Kudos to those Ravens going off into the sunset, making it official. Now, this one I couldn't stop chuckling at as soon as I heard it. So I'm just going to play it for you guys.
Off the board here, Josh Norman jumped over. Let's go off the board here. Josh Norman jumped over a bull. Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, well, I knew the bull wouldn't hit him. He avoids contact. No. Just kidding, Josh. Just kidding. No.
It is storming insults out here. Oh my goodness. Someone finally said it. Shout out to Jay Gruden. Because let's be honest, if you've watched the Redskins, if you watch Josh Norman play since he's been with the Redskins, you could tell Jay Gruden probably been wanting to slander a couple of his players for a while now. Just hasn't been able to do it. But yeah, when he jumped over that bull at Barcelona, I'm just like, oh, there's jokes for this. Jay Gruden been mad spicy like all summer. So I got to give him his props for that. Like, just got to give the man a round of applause. Shout out to you, Jay Gruden. Like, to go on a tangent of why I just utterly dislike Josh Norman as a person. He just said and done some really stupid, aggressive, over-the-top stuff that wasn't necessary. 3, I wouldn't even say he's a top 10 corner. Even when he was, like, playing at an elite level, I wouldn't have called him a top 10 corner, and I damn sure wouldn't have paid him like one. I mean, he's up there. I think it's Marshawn Lattimore is a much better corner than Josh Norman. Josh Norman is like a better version of Cortland Finnegan. And even then, Cortland Finnegan was a much more of a ball hawk than Josh Norman. But you want to be an agitator, you want to get physical, you want to get in Odell's head as if that's hard to do. Shout out to Eli Manning firing back when pretty much Odell said, I feel like I carried that team. I got blamed and scapegoated for stuff that wasn't my fault. And I made them relevant because they were trash for a while. And really, we get in primetime games, and the team is trash. And all they do is play my highlights. So what do you expect? But anyway, Eli handled it pretty classy. Eli's like, I think we won some games before he got here. Yeah, you did, Eli. And arguably, your teammates won those Super Bowls for you because you weren't playing so great. Arguably. But I'm never taking away those 2 Super Bowls that he got over Tom Brady. I'm never taking those away. Eli's a real one. And that's why I'm glad he handled it the way he did. But Odell should just stop talking about his old team now. Like, it's done. You're in training camp, first day. They got him showing him mossing people, one-handed catches. He's an athletic freak. That's great. That's fantastic. Stop talking about your old team. I don't want to hear about your old work anymore. Talk about your new work. Hype up your teammates. Hype up David Njoku. Like, man, David Njoku probably going to average like 17 yards a catch this year because I'm taking one safety. Jarvis is taking another safety. Hollywood Higgins is taking the slot. And Njoku eating a linebacker. They got to worry about Nick Chubb. And Baker can get some yards. Like, I I'd be like, man, I don't know who y'all gonna cover, and don't let us bring Duke Johnson out here with his angry ass. Let's just make him a receiver and just let him get